Titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Yep. We're here, back once more. Earlier, I told you I'd be back on the weekdays. One of these weekdays. I have some time, so we're going to get into it now. So much stuff to talk about. Backlash just happened. We watched McAfee get beat up. That will be the first story we go over. But first, as always, let's give a warning to everybody. Get liking and sharing and retweeting. I know many people didn't even know I'm going live now, so you're probably going to be seeing this in the future. And if you are being warned. You are hereby notified that this is a show it is a work of comedy. All hot takes are jokes. Imagine you're watching a movie. Would you be upset at Pinhead and Hellraiser and try to cancel him? Exactly. Same thing goes for the Dr. Huge Show. The producer of this video, me, is not responsible for you being a douche, a fool, a jerk. I have a store. Check that out. This is where you could actually help out the show. Maybe get somewhere in the future so I can pay all these top flight guests like Seth Rollins. We'll get Seth Rollins on someday, right, Seth? You're with us. Of course. And as always, thank everybody out here for watching. So I sent some links out. Maybe people will show up. Maybe they won't. But this is kind of an impromptu Dr. Huge going on here. There's so much in this link tree over here. There's so much. So get involved with me. And if you're doing something cool yourself, you got things going on, then let's network or something. Is that what the kids call it? Never heard of that before. Kind of crazy how this stuff works these days. These social medias and groups, discords. I mean, they don't even use them to play video games anymore. Can you believe this? These discords. So yeah, look at me plugging away. Just keep plugging, Dr. Huge. That's cool, right, Brooklyn Brawler? That's what you hear in the intro. So I guess first we're going to speak on Pat McAfee. Everybody knows, anybody that knows anything about the Dr. Huge show knows I'm not a fan. Do I hate him? No. Do I like that face? No. Some of you don't like this face. I get it. I don't like this face. Big open mouth, lesbodian haircuts. I'm just not into it. The fake excitement, the yeeting and the jumping on tables.
Yeet!
I don't believe the way he eats. The way I eat is very authentic, very genuine. The way this guy over here eats,
Yeet!
it's not that cool. It's no yeet, actually.
No yeets.
There we go. There's my no yeets. So Pat McAfee, again, I knew what to expect with you going up against Gunther. I'm glad you got slapped up. Your chest went to hamburger meat a little bit. I mean, it's pretty easy to do this when you have the skin tone you do. You know, are we going to really do this to like a Bobby Lashley? You're going to bring him out there and slap his chest and make a big deal out of it? You wouldn't see much of the damage as you would on a Pat McAfee, wearing skinny jeans, no less. And yeah, he took one for the team, I guess. Was it necessary for him to have that match? In my opinion, no. There's plenty of wrestlers out here in the world. You know, there's more wrestlers than humans at this point on planet Earth. So he took a spot from somebody that actually has been doing it longer, does it better. But hey, he's Pat McAfee, right? And all the kids have to love Pat McAfee. Everybody loves him. Anytime I try to sneak it in some discords and groups, Reddit boards, I'll go all over online, right? And I tell everybody, I'm like, listen, this Pat McAfee, we don't want to be on his side. He's not on the right side of history. And then everybody tells me I'm wrong. And they're like, I love his show. I think it's great. And I'm like,
no yeets.
Yep. I'm off to try to fool other people and make them not like Pat McAfee. Because that's all I do for work. It's all I do. All day, all night. I don't even sleep. I'm just up trying to change the momentum that's working in his favor because I don't get it. And I'll never get it. And everybody cheat. He got a standing ovation after his match. Really? Was it that good? You like the skinny jeans that much? Well, he knows how to do this. I've seen him wrestle before. He wrestled Adam Cole. You know that, the little orange guy over in AEW. I'm sure you know of him if you're watching this show. Yep. Pretty sure. Yeah, he was bad then, I think. So Adam Cole ended up beating him. Gunther beat him. He did something else recently. I can't remember it because Pat McAfee isn't really memorable to Dr. Huge. And maybe that's like, I kind of like leave and go make sandwiches whenever Pat McAfee's on my TV. And what's going on with you, Coach? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, everybody. Hit the buttons out there. Yeah, so the other thing that really bothered me about this match with Pat McAfee and Gunther was Michael Cole. He was hamming it up so much like he was Adrian Balboa in Rocky. 1, 2, 3, all of them combined. He even got involved in the match. He tried to cheat for Pat McAfee to win. So they're clearly bad guys, as I've been pointing out. But yeah, it was a little over the top. Even Wade Barrett's like, all right, can you shut up? Like, just shut up. The whole time, please, just pin him. Just end it. Wah. Shut your mouth, Cole. Just call the match right down the middle, but you couldn't because you're biased. You even got involved. You should be fired and suspended. And Pat McAfee shouldn't be on TV for at least a month because he was beat up by Gunther. Thank you. That's how it should work. So I really I'm sick and tired of the both of them. Wade Barrett and the other guy on SmackDown, I like what they're doing better. Give me more of that. Give me more Booker T, Corey Graves, guy from Ireland or something. One like they need 3 people over in NXT. I'm not getting into that again. We all know why that is. Once more, it was this guy. I can't believe you like this face, guys. You're never going to be on my side with this, right? So, I don't know. Some of you are with it. Get liking and subscribing. Oh, my God. What else? I mean, this Backlash was good. I'm not going to say it was a bad show. It was good. And I understand a lot of this is my mood when I'm watching this. So I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. It was only 5 matches. It was very based in wrestling in the ring, which a lot of the stuff we've been seeing recently, especially this last WrestleMania, was all ads. We still had a bunch of ads here and ad placements in the ring that kind of woke me up. Like last night, what was it? Johnson and John. It's one of those names with like actual like last names in the corporate title, right in the middle of the ring of LA Knight and Jacob Fatu and Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, that match. So, but all solid matches. You can't say that they were bad. I would say the worst one of the worst ones I can remember is Lyra and the Man, probably because there were some mess ups. I heard that Lyra broke her nose. You know, they were saying that during the match. Who knows? Maybe she did. Maybe she. We'll find out. But the Man feels rusty to me. She came in there. Her whole performance is rusty. Meaning the way she's acting as a heel right now doesn't feel real at all. Not like it did before to me, but this is even worse. She's kind of pulling back when she should be moving forward. And who knows, maybe that had something to do with her accidentally or for real working in a jab or a punch to the face. And her in-ring work it's okay. It's good. It's just a little sloppy. It's not as crisp as this Lyra Valkyrie. So yeah. Yep. Lyra right now is on fire. She's killing it. What's going on with you, William? That's right. We're doing a secret show for everybody right now. So if you're watching, you got to share it so everybody else can know, because nobody even knows I'm doing this. This is big news. We got so much to talk about. R-Truth, Cena stuff, because you know that's next. That's the rumor anyway. Saturday night main event. It will be R-Truth and John Cena. They'll be working up to that, I'm sure. But yeah, anyway, back to this Cole, Adrian Balboa. I'm not even going to call him Adam Cole anymore. His skinny jeans, pudgy friend there. He did look fat a lot.
He's fat!
You know, not throwing any, accusations of him being super fat, this Pat McAfee. But he was not in shape enough to be getting in the ring with, I think, a world champion, in my professional expert analyst opinion. Thank you. So, the skinny jeans, bro. If you're like 40 years old, can we stop wearing skinny jeans? It's embarrassing. Wear Jinkos. We're the biggest jeans you can find. I think they're back in anyway, so might as well. That's what I do. I wear them everywhere. Work, weddings, gala events. I was invited to the gala that happened recently, where all the like ladies walk in weird outfits. And I walked in my weird outfit. Yeet shirt over it and everything. True story. I'd never lie on this show. I would never lie to any of you guys, I promise. Especially when I wink at guests as if you're not watching. It's been happening a lot lately. And try to tone it down because it's confusing the audience. I'm only winking because I got something in my eye. Anyway, I hope McAfee has a whole month off. We know he's going back to football. He always does that. He picks up this wrestling. He takes it and he claps its cheeks for a while. And then when he's done with it, he just tosses it. He goes back to college football and all the rest. Because WWE and this pro wrestling, folks, all the people that are watching the millions and millions in the future especially, he doesn't love it. He don't really love it like that. The college football and that's where all the money is being made for Pat McAfee. Frat boy, barstool sports, lesbodian haircuts, you know. I just can't understand how everybody's buying this, right? He's the frat boy guy. Everybody loves him. He's going to do, like, I get Tom Brady getting like a ton of money to do his football deal where he's on the mic. Michael Jordan supposedly just signed a deal today. He's going to be making a boatload of money, I'm sure, to talk about basketball. That's great. Looking forward to both. But then WWE and other companies come along and they like Pat McAfee. And it's just, I get it. We've talked about this before with Danny and the Sleaze and King Reezy. That this is really about them trying to find, they're leeches. Everybody's leeching. There's a term for it the younger crowd uses. What do they call it? When, say, like you're out here in podcast land and you want to like blow your channel up and you basically, you're like trying to leech on to like other bigger channels and trying to take their audience and then move on to another one and just constantly audience instead of worrying about like doing a good show or being good at what you do on the mic. You're going to go out there and just try to steal audiences all the time. I don't know. I got no time for that. All right. We're going to do a show here. And if you like it, good. If not, you know, what the fuck. But you must be stupid, right? If you don't like this show. So I got to get Zicky Dice on. We got to talk this power slap. I don't know if he's in it, but I've been hearing things out in these wrestling streets. Let's watch a couple power slap videos. No, we'll do that later, maybe. If I need more time, because I still have more things to talk about with this wrestling stuff. Also, there is a call-in line if anybody wants to call in and give me their white hot takes on things. Everybody go to YouTube, subscribe over there, jump in the chat. That would be nice. All right. So, anyway, we're done with you, Pat. Thank goodness. I'm feeling it, at least tonight. If he shows up tonight after that whipping, that wouldn't make any sense. So at least we got the night off of him screaming in his raspy voice. And again, there's always one story or two stories that are very, very sad to the Dr. Huge every show. Let's get it over with, but let's respect these people that are dearly departed now. Like Sabu.
Rest in peace.
That's right, properly with The Undertaker. And Steve McMichael, Mongo, right? Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you young kids don't know, but
in peace.
You're about to know. Football player in the pros, Chicago Bears, Four Horsemen, all that stuff. So, yep. Sabu, I don't know what he passed away from. Did a little digging. And I don't know. I'm not going to, obviously I can speculate. It could be a little too soon, but I don't know. He just wrestled a match a couple weeks ago. Could it have been, I don't know, some toot-toots, possibly some bad ones, something like that. I don't know. unless he was like ill with something and didn't. But he seemed good enough to throw himself onto barbed wire and things. He's right up here in my wall. You can't see it, but he's right there. You can see his legs. So we honor Sabu around here. We liked what he was up to in the wrestling game. Is it Joey Janela's fault? Should we blame him? I'll ask King Reezy about that. I'll try not to do that with my podcast. By the way, I'll be doing a Dr. Huge shout out on my podcast, which comes out tomorrow at midnight. Oh my goodness. William Robinson has a podcast. The Blues Doctor recommends. Hey, are you doing a wrestling deal? What is it based on? More on this later. So, yep. Sad news in the wrestling world. Seems to be every week, to be honest, which stinks. You know, these were a lot of the guys that I grew up with. Now they're all starting to like slowly pass on. I have jokes, but I'll hold them. I'll hold off a few whiles. You see, I've matured. So Boston's being considered for Cena's last show or last match. Same difference. And that would be cool. I'm all for that. I might actually go to that. It'd be right around here. And then I could go to the Calhoun, which if you don't know nothing about the Calhoun, if you're ever in Massachusetts, that's where you need to go. That's the best Chinese spot. Get the saugus wings, get the platters, get the whole deal. All the wrestlers go to Calhoun. Forever they've been doing it. Pretty much forever, ever since it's been around. It's a huge place. They have like outdoor concerts there. Yeah. I love me some Calhoun. Steve McMichael died from a version of ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. Yep. It's a very terrible, terrible disease. And Will is talking partially about pro wrestling, medicine, high strangeness, and music. All right. We will be checking it out, of course. Great supporter around here, so we will support back. See, that's how it works, folks. So all you people that like to follow and subscribe and then wait for me to do it and then not follow, take it all back after I subscribe. A chunky pro wrestling lady podcaster did that to me this week. I won't say any names because I can't remember names, but she followed me. I said, oh, that's weird. She's got like 20,000 subscribers or followers or whatever the fuck these things are these days. And she hit me up on the Twitter and she's only following back like 500 people. Why would I be one of those 500 people other than being obnoxiously handsome and hilarious, right? So I followed her back. So I said, yeah, let's see what this is, right? Maybe we got something going on. Maybe I can clap some chubby cheeks. And nope, unfollowed me immediately because I followed her. And she thinks I'm not watching, I'm not looking, I'm not paying attention to my business. This business over here, this corporation called the Dr. Huge Show. I'm watching, I'm listening. Okay? So that's an example for all the other fat, chubby lady podcasters. Try to be coming in, being friends with Dr. Huge. I know what you're doing. I see what you're up to. I see.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
You like that? Look, I make memes now, right? Right in the middle of the shows. I got this little idea in my head. He's doing the Shawn Michaels Playgirl pose. This El Americano Grande. Or is it Grande Americano? I can never remember. I was never good with my Spanish in high school. Those Spanish classes were tough. Let's Grande Americano. I wrote it right there. But maybe it's not right. So, I don't know. Take it up with corporate. But he came out he actually messed up Penta's chances of being IC champion. So we're going to see Penta versus Chad Gable tonight, folks. That's what's happening. And Dominic Mysterio, he's got his own problems. He's got the Finn Balor out here hitting him with chairs, supposedly meant for Penta. Look, staring the IC title down where it's right on Dom's body. No live around because she's out there making money for the Judgment Day family doing movies. And who knew that there was what is it called? The Lieutenant? Bad Lieutenant. That's what she's doing. The Bad Lieutenant Tokyo something version. And I didn't know there was 2 Bad Lieutenants. I was a little kid when that movie came out, the first one, but I know what that is. I didn't realize there's a whole series of it. So it doesn't sound like this huge blockbuster that's going to be made. So come on back, Liv, because you're one of the better things going on in the female division. But yeah, as far as all this stuff with Americano Grande, Ariana Grande over here, I'm liking it. And I see what they're doing. The past few months, I've been talking on the show about a lot of Mexican wrestlers around, right? Then they bought AAA. See, I'm paying attention to them too, WWE. I see what you're doing. You're going to get all the Latinos together and you're going to make some kind of AAA show, or I mean, that would make sense, right? Why would you buy them and not make a show? That's what you do. Maybe it stays in Mexico and they tour Mexico or something. Huh? And then you Garza and Humberto and the other guy and the LWO and everybody that you're not using that's like on the low card. They're not even mid card, they're low card. But a Garza and Berto, they can go. Chad Gable, he can go. He's the head gringo in charge of AAA. He will be. I think that's what they're working up to. But Chad Gable is wrestling tonight. It's not this fellow here. And wouldn't it be great? They need to stick some more non-Chad Gable, Grande Americano into our lives, into our WWE Raws. And I'm hoping to see this tonight. Liking and subscribing. Doing it subliminally now. You see what I'm saying? Hit the buttons. That's all I got to say. What's this? Mi esposa es de Argentina y la lengua primero de ella es español. Me too. Hashtag me too on that. Yo se llamas es mi gato Manos. See, I easily work for a AAA, Triple H. Think Triple H and AAA, and isn't AAA the thing that helps me fix my tires if I break down on the road somewhere and I need help? I call Triple H, right? And he comes and he pumps it up with his muscles, puts my tires back on, my donuts. Then he pedigrees me right on the cement in the highway. Something like that. And I don't know. There's a lot of triples. A lot of tripling going on out here. What else happened? Oh, this guy retained the dog. Jacob Fatu, Samoan werewolf. So tough, so strong. He hip thrusted, or as Jim Cornette calls it, he gave like 50 asses to faces on Braun Strowman. He gave Braun Strowman so many ass to faces that Braun Strowman had to go do a fucking Food Network show on USA. That's how many ass to faces Braun Strowman got from Jacob Fatu, where he's like, you know what? I'm out of this wrestling game. I'm just going to go eat food on TV for life, brother. So RIP to you, Braun Strowman. Because, I mean, you're still kind of around, but, you know, you're also not around. Thank you for your service. And that was all courtesy of Jacob Fat 2. Fat what?
He's fat.
Fat 1? Fat 2.
He's fat.
Yeah, Fat 2. And then this guy was in the match. He lost. This is him goofing on the Samoan werewolf, being like all gas, no brakes. And then he crosses his eyes like a goof. Then he loses to the guy that's supposedly goofy and makes this face and says all gas, no brakes. Right. And guess what he did? He ended up just kind of going into the stands fighting with this fellow, Damian Priest, with that face. So they're all making faces at each other. I don't know. I like it. I think it's good for my show. Let's go back and forth here. Yeah. And Drew McIntyre might have really wrecked himself in real life. Not a work, brother. They did some spot where, you know, somebody threw somebody off and onto tables. He seemed to have slid off the table in the back of his head, hit the hard part of the floor. So hopefully Drew McIntyre's not hurt because we need him around. And they really are keeping him in limbo with Damian Priest at the moment. There's too many wrestlers. Again, do we need Pat McAfee around? Do we need that guy around? When we got wrestler here and we got a wrestler there who look like wrestler, talk like wrestler. You see what I'm saying? So, yep, just making another point on that before we move. Who was the fourth guy in this match? I didn't see him make a funny face recently, so. LA Knight. Yeah, no funny faces yet. I'll try to find one. But yeah, LA Knight. He might get another chance at the main title strap. I see them throwing him up there, especially after another whiff on the U.S. title here. I think this might have been his rematch, a fatal four-way. This is the U.S. title, too. These are a lot of good players for a title that's behind the IC title, which is, we already talked about with Dominic and Finn and all that. It's almost like it should be swapped, in my opinion, but hey, whatever. Does it really matter? No, it doesn't. Yep, so might go to John Cena's last match. It's a possibility. We talked about Dom and Penta, Finn acting up, JD McDonough finally noticing. We didn't bring that up. Also, we didn't bring up Penta's black and blue outfit, which I'm sure you've seen before. I've seen it before. And thank God, because if he wore that white and black outfit again, that's not even white and black anymore. It is now orange and black from all the stank on it, from all the crust that he's built up and just hasn't washed his gear. I'm going to keep bringing this up until I see white gear again. Penta. Get off my screen, Samoan werewolf. I'll see you in prison. I love how they always talk about him being in prison, right? That's always great for a PG show. Talk about one of the biggest people getting cheered out there. Yeah, he was in prison. That's why he's so tough. I mean, it's cool. I get it. But, you know, which way are we going, right? If we're going to do it, let's do it. Let's do it right. You know, Jacob Fat 2 goes back there and starts, you know, beating up chomos and and booty bandits, like beating up all the bad guys backstage. And William likes LA Knight, but I doubt he will get a shot at the main titles. Well, he did before when, you know, the tribal chief there, they never gave him a shot again. And I'm not even saying necessarily gets a shot. He may get another shot like that, I believe. I think that if he ever leaves the company, he will get one more shot. Maybe not at the Universal, but the tonight's title, Jey Uso title, which, I mean, anybody can get that one.
Yeet!
All you got to do is beat Gunther, which seems damn near possible now that Pat McAfee almost beat Gunther, right?
Yeet!
So anybody can, all you got to do is really focus on your training before you take on Gunther, and you might take him out. Boy, they ruined that. They could have kept that going for another year at least. Oh, I'm talking about like tough guy, badass. Everybody should be afraid of Gunther. Because are we really afraid of this one now? He beat up on Pat McAfee. I get what they're doing. It's like the jobber thing, the squash type deal. But he didn't squash. He didn't jobber. He kind of stuck around, and it was reinforced by Cole. But in my opinion, my expert analyst, journalist opinion, it was too much. He was acting like too much of a bitch, straight bitch. This Michael Cole. We get it. He's your best friend. Really? Pat McAfee's your best friend. Okay. Got it. Thank you. It's forcing me to drink.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Yeah. And I like LA Knight too, by the way. I thought they should have brought him back 2017. And they waited and waited and waited. But hey, somebody figured it out. Maybe it was Triple H. Let's say it was. So, all right. Penta, clean your outfits. The man. We did talk about the man a little bit already, but yeah, she's rusty. It looks too choreographed. The moves in the ring with whoever she's been in there, which has been Lyra lately. But could be better. Bex. How about Lyra's boyfriend? That was a big deal. Everybody like popped on. I knew they would too, because once I saw him, I'm like, "Who's this guy?" I thought it was her brother or something, a relative in the crowd. That would have made more sense, because my man, he got the big nerdy glasses. He looks like the Hockey Goon brothers from Slapshot. Is that the movie? That's what he looked like. Looked like a nerdy, and I'm like, he must be somebody, right? And I don't even really need to say anything about this topic. I'm going to let the internet do its thing, and I'm going to be entertained by it for once. So, yeah, everybody was they were in awe. The kids are just like, that's her boyfriend. So is he a wrestler? I think that's what I saw. I know he supposedly had an account on there with like hundreds of thousands of followers or something. I don't know. I'm sure the kids all know. But yep, I don't keep up with them things. And William says, yes, that was goofy. Why diminish one of your major players against the announcer? Yep. We all agree on this one. Smartest audience in the business. The man, it was shit a few years ago. Now it's hot cat shit.
It's the shits.
Yeah, Mac Diesel. You know me. I love those takes. Because the man has always been bad. It's just now that she's had some time off and come back. And I don't know. I feel like the Becky Hogan allegations are somewhat true. Not 100% she's Hulk Hogan and she's doing this and she's hurting everybody backstage, blah, blah, blah. But I think she throws her weight around. And now that she's got some power, and it blows my mind how somebody with her stature, and she was this close to being like nothing in the business. Do you guys remember? I don't know if you've been watching long enough, but I started picking it back up 2014, 2015 when she was NXT. She moved up. I saw the whole thing, and she got her face broken by Nia Jax, and that's what really set it off. That's what really set it off. But because it was always like she was just a good girl I just don't understand. I don't understand the allure and why she was so over with everybody, other than getting her face broken and the blood. I understand why, but she's not like a tough guy like that. Do you understand? She's not a tough guy. She plays a tough guy part, and I don't believe it. So even imagine the man is actually a man, and it's this little guy that walks like this and stuff like that, and everybody's they're all afraid of him and things. You could have that character, and everybody could laugh at it or whatever. But if people are playing along like, oh my God, it's the man, that doesn't make any sense, right? Because I'm seeing not the man. You understand what I'm saying, everybody? Feel like I'm taking crazy pills with these things. Like when people tell me they love Pat McAfee and shit, do I need to stand while I do this show? Do I need lesbodian haircuts, wide mouth thumbnails? Maybe I do. I'm ignoring the people. You got to give them what they want. Got to act like a tough guy. You know, and I'm 5'5" and 100 pounds. I can't stand the world. I love you guys. You guys get it. The people that are watching right now, you guys get it. But the world, the pop culture of things really fucking stinks right now.
It's the shits.
Like you guys will like anything right now. And I know there are a lot of haters and people that don't like things out here. Okay. But I'm saying like we all need to focus on the things that just are cringe. Can we get rid of the cringe first? It's not funny. It's not fun anymore. But the one good thing, silver lining about this whole Becky Lynch deal and her not winning the IC title, Nia Jax, right? I know that's your babe. You think she's hot. You can have her. She's all yours, buddy. I'll take Saul Ruka. I'm picking if we're picking, right? You can have Nia Jax. I'll take Saul Ruka. Thanks. That's some great picking. That's like you picking a kicker in the first round of a fantasy draft. But all right. I'll let you do it. No mulligans over here. I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. You just totally threw me off topic. And now everybody's so far behind because everybody watches on their phones, which means there's a major lag. Fuck. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, Cody?
What do we want to talk about? Go fuck yourself!
Oh, it was going to be great, though. That's all I know. Whatever I was about to say was going to be fucking hilarious. Fantastic. So that's why you got to like, share, subscribe for the future, for the children. Anyway. I'm going to give you so many asses to the face, Will. Just like Jacob Fat 2 did to Braun Strowman. It's all your fault. Just derailed the show. The show's now like, I don't know where we're going now. I have an idea. Bathroom humor. When in doubt, play noises like that. Speaking of all these noises, Cardi B, they keep running that advertisement that she's going to be hosting SummerSlam. And, Cardi B stinks, of course. That's going to be my take. She's the top stripper rapper, one of the top stripper rappers around, I believe. So, how do you wipe your ass with those? Tell him, Cena. I'm gonna let Cena ride on you for a minute. Where are you, Cena?
John Cena, recognized.
You can't wipe my ass.
See, you can't even wipe his ass, Cardi B. Tell him, Cena.
You can't wipe my ass.
So what are you useful for? at this SummerSlam than Cardi B. If that's even the stripper rapper that's going to be hosting this thing. I'm just assuming. I've never heard of Cardi B, so I would never know anything about anything in pop culture from 2012 on. I just completely gave up. I'm like, you know what? No more of this. This is like Waka Flocka was like popping at that point. Had a few good jams, but if you didn't realize that was like the stupidest kind of music, like I liked it. I would like a few songs here and there, but I'm not like, wow, this is some mind-blowing entertainment that I've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? So fix your fingernails before you come to my SummerSlam.
You can't wipe my ass.
Crazy. These people are crazy. Cardi D don't wipe her ass. She jump in the bathtub. It floats around with her. Makeup covers up the pink eye. Wow. Wow. That is disgusting. But you know what? Probably true. Probably. Yep. What's going on, Justin? What's going on, Paladin? Of course, Mac Diesel in the house. Yep. Everybody's got Yeet shirts on tonight. It's Monday Night Raw. He's the champion. Who doesn't have a Yeet shirt on right now? Tell me. Call the cops on him. I'm gonna what do they do? I'm gonna swat him right now. Oh, Cardi B. Yeah. Sexy Red, they've had around in NXT. I saw one of her videos today with Dave Portnoy's face on it. Disturbing. But I never actually heard a Sexy Red song. And when I started listening to it, so she's literally writing nursery rhymes about sex and being basically a hood rat. Is that what I'm hearing out here? Is that the theme?
Yeet!
That's what it looks like. That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like children's music mixed with like whore stuff.
Yeet! Oh!
Whores and yeeting.
Oh! Yeet!
That don't mix. Right? So, wow. I hope you don't let your kids listen to that stuff. That's what it was wild. I mean, I knew WAP existed. I know 2 Live Crew back in my day existed, but little kids weren't listening to it. Little kids listening to whore rap? Mac Diesel, what?
Oh!
I don't know. They're actually hosting WrestleManias? Whore rappers?
Oh!
What?
Yeet!
Okay. Parents need to no yeet it.
No yeet.
Yeah, no yeet on that. It's creepy. Nursery rhyme. Listen to the if you hear that Sexy Red song or see that meme as Dave Portnoy, she's literally at an ice cream truck. And there's kids around. And she's talking about she's gonna blow this and she's gonna do that, and she's gonna gag on this and all kinds of stuff. It is absolute trash. Exactly. I tried some Playboy Cardi. That shit made me so mad. It just makes you mad. Like, why should music make you mad? It's because you just know in your soul, like, this is bad for people. This is just bad for everybody. If it's bad for people, it's going to be bad for everybody. Why would they do this, right? Who could be behind this? 2 Live Crew got arrested for talking about less than what these whores do. Well, they were actually getting caught too. Don't forget. Remember, Luke got blown on stage or something. So they were pretty wild back then. So I understand that argument. It's always been around. But again, I don't remember little kids being in 2 Live Crew videos and being all invested in these rappers. Whatever happened to the not to mean any disrespect, the slow looking girl with the orange afro, Ice Spice. What happened to her? Because she didn't seem to be on like the Spectrum or something, whatever the fuck they call that. She seemed to be on like, I don't know, like an industry plant that was just being used anytime I seen her. And I never actually heard her music or whatever, but she'll probably be hosting WrestleMania next year. So get off my screen. Seen enough of you. Your raptor claws, your Frito nails. You look ridiculous. Can't stand this world, folks. I almost can't do it anymore. I can't. So have fun at SummerSlam, drugging Big E and stealing his wallet, right? Yeah, watch yourself, boys. Keep a cover on your drinks. Yep. So here's a rumor. Triple H is being distracted backstage by politics. It's impacting his creative decision-making, and one of the examples is Cena's heel turn not being innovative, which all seems very believable to me. You know, I'm not a huge rumor guy, even in wrestling. When I see rumors, it's like I've seen so many fail. A few have hit, many have failed. So it's maybe not, but I feel like in my heart and soul that this is the case. There's something going on back there where there's a tug of war, a power struggle of some sort between Triple H is definitely involved in this because he is the creative guy, but a lot of different people we probably don't even know about that are being involved in this. So I don't know. This smoke, this fire, I always say. And Trips, get your shit together, bro. Push through if a lot of this isn't your actual ideas and coming from your writing team, whatever. Because I love the John Cena heel turn, but it could have been done so much better. And was it because of The Rock? Was it because of Travis Scott and these corporate reasons to have them in there? And like I said, outsiders kind of pulling strings because they just have like an endless amount of money. Maybe. Feels like it. So there's that. I love this story. We talked about it a little bit, but Alexa Bliss pulled Charlotte to the side after she was told to get to the back of the line by Jade Cargill. She's about to get in her car, and Alexa Bliss stops her and says, we need to talk. So they're having a talk. I assume that they're building a faction or a stable of women. Charlotte lost against Tiffany, lost the title chance. Nia lost recently, and Becky Lynch has lost the IC title opportunity. They can always still keep their storylines going, but bringing them together as the four horsewomen, Charlotte's still there. You can call it the four horsewomen because you got Charlotte Flair, Alexa, Nia. They all seem to be friendly, at least friends at some point. So it would make all the sense in the world. And before you tell me, oh, Dr. Huge, we know there was already a four horsewomen. Was there really? Was there really? Because they were always kind of connected as the four horsewomen. They would take pictures together, talking about Sasha Banks, Bayley, the Man, and Charlotte Flair. But they never actually were the four horsewomen on TV, unless I'm just not remembering it or it sucked. Either way, take it back, make some shirts up, get the whole gimmick going. I think that would totally work. All four of those names there. Alexa shouldn't have a title anytime soon. She's too big to have a title. You hear the pops that Alexa Bliss gets? Charlotte doesn't need a title. She's gotten it too many times already. So we got to build back up to that somehow, or putting her back into the main scene. Again, she's at the back of the line. Nia Jax. She just had the title recently. Does she need it again anytime soon? And then the Man. Does she need it? No, she doesn't need any titles. When they put it on her before she had just left, that sucked. It was the shits. Tell him, Bret Hart.
It's the shits.
See? And when he says it, that's fact. It becomes cemented and it's in stone for life. So put them together. Let's go. Bailey can put Sting makeup on, take them all on by herself or something, NWO style or something. Why not? Or how about this? Bailey gets a bunch of younger wrestlers because now she's like the new natty of the group. She's the auntie of the backstage. She grabs up the younger talent to fight against the horsewomen. No titles needed. How about that? And then before we wrap this whole show up, because I got to watch my Celtics and they're coming on soon. I already told everybody, said, listen, they're not losing to the Knicks. I don't care if they're down 2 games. They lost both home games because they're stupid idiots and they shoot too many 3-pointers and their coaches, doesn't take timeouts and all that stuff. But they fixed it. I told you they would, so I got to watch them win again, along with Monday Night Raw. I love how they screw me up with that because now I'm going to be on all kinds of things, trying to watch stuff. I can't figure this stuff out. It's like an 80-year-old trying to work a VCR. So Cena and Orton happened. Way better than I expected. Good job. I recognize John Cena.
John Cena recognized.
Yep, always will. R-Truth will as well, even if you put him through a table recently. But anyway, he beats Randy Orton. Quality match. The thing with this Universal title, apparently it's cursed because every time there's a Universal title on the line, refs get knocked out left and right. They can't hang. Somebody tries to hit somebody with a belt, they get knocked out. Somebody throws a lariat, they get knocked out. They thrown into the corner. And it's the lightest thing sometimes. And these referees, hire Dr. Huge. I'll referee if you need somebody. If somebody grazes me, I'm not going to, act like I'm dead until another referee has to come sprinting out there just to be knocked out again. So, yeah, all that happened. Randy Orton got his time on camera laying on top of John Cena for, half a minute. And he still lost because then the last time when the referee's actually out there, R-Truth gets in the way. He's such a big John Cena fan. He recognizes.
John Cena recognized.
And he stopped Randy Orton from RKOing the GOAT John Cena in the middle of the ring for the 1-2-3. 1-2-3. Can't even speak today. Hold on.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
And then what does R-Truth get for it at the end of the night? He comes out. Sure, he disrespected John Cena at the press conference a little bit. Said he couldn't wrestle. He stuck up for you, helped you win that match, John. Then you put him through the announce table, or the press conference table. So disrespectful. Kind of racist, too, a little bit. The rapping and then the putting R-Truth through a table after he just saved you in a match. I don't know, just saying. I'm going to call Jesse Jackson. So what's happening on Raw tonight? We got CM Punk. He's going to come out and explain why he's such a Yeet lover. Yeet! And why he has to defend the Yeet against Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins can't have the title. I'm sure it's going to have something to do with that. Yeet! And then Jey Uso is going to respond to the Logan Paul attacks because he keeps getting slapped out here. Like, fucking wake up, Jey Uso. Logan Paul, you see him, he knocked out Seth Rollins like 3 times last year. And now he's doing it to you. You're the champ. This championship run so far for Jey Uso.
No yeets.
It's no yeet, bro.
Yeet.
It's no yeet, but getting knocked out every week by a YouTuber. Let me do it next time. I want some heat. Let me get some heat. Anyway, Rhea and Io taking on Roxy and Julia. That I spell with a J, because I'm not going to do that. I'm not playing this game and then forever I'm writing Julia with a G. Nope. You're not brainwashing me, WWE. So that's something to look forward to. We got Penta versus Chad Gable, which we already talked about. We have AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. But then I saw online it was Finn versus Mysterio, which was odd. And then I looked again, and on another site, it said AJ and Finn. So I'm sticking with AJ and Finn tonight. And something's got to come of this. You know, Finn Balor's working his way out of that group. There's always one guy in the group, guys. You start a band, you start shows, you start fucking salons, bars. There's going to be one guy in there. It's going to be a problem. He's going to be a Finn Balor. You got to watch out. Then we got the War Raiders versus the Creeds. And that's it. And that's the end of my notes. I'm going to go watch the Celtics destroy a New York team, which is one of my favorite things to watch. A Boston team that is super powered, just going to go slap up a New York team because they always deserve it. Always. Sorry, my New York fans. You know I love you. But not your sports teams, not your sports fans either. I passed through, driven through there many a times listening to the Fan. I didn't like it. It's no Boston super negative stuff. It's pretty negative, but it ain't, trust me, we're a whole nother level of negative because we expect championships, no less. You guys are throwing the fucking ball in there after you won game 2. That's embarrassing, bro. So, coming to you from Titletown, this is Dr. Huge signing off. Click that link. Go check out all my stuff. And I'll talk to you guys later.
Titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Monkey smoke.
He's a great podcaster.
Tricky smoke.
Acknowledge me.
We got it for you, nigga. Fat! Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
It's the shits.